Trending value, demand, limited restrictions. I want to do. Okay, yeah, I got it. Cool.
You've been live.
Live in 5. My What up? Watch Click, Cal, Knight, Watch Trading Academy back at you to help you understand why luxury timepieces are the best asset class as investments. I'd love to hash it out with you in the comments. So if you disagree or you can find a better asset class worth investing in below, please do. So why luxury timepieces are the best asset class to invest in. I'll give you my top 3 reasons. Number 1, mobility of money. Where else can you park your cold hard cash into an actual asset that you can wear on your wrist and travel anywhere in the world, across borders, Switzerland, London, Mexico, and cash out for almost the exact same price you put in the watch, if not more. You can't do it with real estate. You can't do it with your stocks and your bonds. You have a waiting period before you can actually be made liquid for those things. You can't do it with a safety deposit box immediately. If you had an emergency and you have to leave, not saying that would be anything that's good or it's gonna happen, but in extreme scenarios, let's just say you had to flee the country for a little bit or you wanted to move across borders. There's no better way to take a watch roll on a flight, on a boat, wherever you want to go, and move that money back and forth without any sort of issues. And it's basically like you're carrying cold hard cash on you, like a blue chip stock, without all the headache or all the kind of stipulations around dealing with that. So the mobility of money across borders and the way that the markets work, where you can essentially arbitrage the different currency exchange rates to make more money across borders, is absolutely phenomenal. I have not found a better asset class in terms of mobility than luxury watches, and I'd love to be proved wrong. Number 2, okay? Number 2 is, I won't say lack of regulations, but limited regulation. So you don't need contractor agreements in place. You don't need to apply for warrants or grants or sign paperwork or agreement to buy, sell, and trade luxury timepieces. They're a hard asset that you can literally wire someone for and have in hand the next day. Even if you're buying it locally, you'll have it the same day. Where else can you park your money into a hard-backed asset, right? Where you can essentially do whatever you want with that asset and not have to report anything out or follow anyone else's regulations or rules when it comes to what you do with that asset. There's no securities involved, right? The SEC doesn't have to get involved in any of this. None of the major government regulated agencies have to get involved with any of this. You don't need to deal with the headache of counterparties who are other people like contractors to get things done if you're involved with real estate and any other financial vehicle, right? Even with crypto, you have to report your capital gains from some of these transactions. Now, if you're collecting watches and you just park that money, you're not selling anything, so you don't have those gains, right? Especially if you vault it. So keep that in mind. The regulations, the freedom that come with investing in luxury timepieces is phenomenal and almost unrivaled, okay? And number 3, one of my favorites, is there is a bottom cash value to these timepieces. So what does that mean? It means that in any economic market, okay, any economic market, your timepiece will essentially not go below a certain price. So even if you're looking at these 3 Rolexes I have, or this Audemars Piguet rose gold timepiece, if you buy all of these at a strong price, it doesn't matter if it's the year 2017, 2022, 2050, if we're in inflation, if we're not in inflation, if you buy these right, you will get the option to get written a check at any given point in time and cash out at break even and the worst case scenario / make money on it almost immediately. So the bottom cash value of the asset itself, to have that hard backed asset, is phenomenal. It gives you that security of the principal that you invest in the actual portfolio, and there's not the volatility of things like stocks or day trading or Forex or futures, or even, with cryptocurrency, you could go back down to 0, right? With luxury timepieces, you're not gonna go back down to 0 unless you lose your timepieces or you get robbed, and you still have insurance on these assets. So you can, have them insured and get paid out or buy new watches if you need to. So it's really a win-win, you know what I mean? And when you're talking about returns, we are seeing average returns of around 15% every 7 days. Sometimes people hold them longer and they're getting more like 30% returns every 3 months. But compare that to something like the stock market or NASDAQ, where your average returns are 7 to 12% in an entire year. And mash that up with inflation and you're almost making nothing. The government's printing money, it doesn't mean shit anymore. Get your money into something that is going to be safe and is going to make you an amazing ROI. So those are my top 3 reasons luxury watches are the best asset class to invest in. Please prove me wrong or agree or whatever you want to do, whatever your opinion is, in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, like, share, subscribe. We got a bunch more coming your way, and I really can't wait to drop some more bombs on you guys, and I'll see you next time, all right? Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the Watch Trading Academy.